In this guitar instruction video, we're going to talk about 5 different scales that you can play over songs, starting in the key of G. That's G major. Remember, G major and E minor are relative, so you can interchange them. I know it sounds a little confusing, but G major has 1 sharp, that's F sharp. E minor also has 1 sharp. So they're pretty much the same scale, okay? I'm talking about being at the relative major and minor, that you can take, like a song, basic song, if you're in the key of G, you play a 1, 4, 5. That's G to C to D, maybe back to C, G, C, and D. So I'm in G major, so I can take the relative minor. How do I get to that relative minor? Well, I'm in G, so I go down 3 half steps. So I'm on the 6th string 3rd fret right here. I go. So if I'm even playing a bar chord, okay, and you can play the pentatonic. I've gone over this scale a lot of different times. You can play the pentatonic scale. You can play an E with the extension. It's a blues scale or it's a pentatonic scale. So say if I'm playing a G, C, and a D. See, I'm in this scale. I'm starting on even the D note on the 12th fret, 4th string. Just using my 1st and 3rd fingers to revolve around there. Go up to that extension, which is on the 16th fret, 3rd string. Now, at first it might sound a little different, but it's going to work. It's going to blend in. And for you players that have asked me, well, basically, how do I know? Do I sing in this key, or when do I use it? In G? Well, I'm just telling you, if you're in G, you can use that pentatonic blues scale, the one with the extension. And in the interest of time, I'm not going to really go over it with you. I'm going to show it to you on paper, but it's in my other videos as well. Another scale that you can use is the E natural minor. Oh, well, E natural minor, there's a couple different ways you can play it. There's different forms. There's different patterns on the guitar. I'm going to start on the 5th string, 7th fret. Yeah, because I think this one is the easiest one because you're only using your 1st, 3rd, and 4th fingers. Like, this is E natural minor. The difference between a pentatonic and a E natural minor, a pentatonic or a blues scale in E or a natural minor, is that here I'm only playing 5 different notes in the blues scale or the pentatonic. They're the same thing. But in the natural minor, you have 8 notes in the scale. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. But you have 7 different notes. Okay? 7 different notes. Because in that scale, you have the octaves. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. So the 2 do's are the same. They're just the same note, sounding note, but one's lower and one's higher. They're octaves. But here we go. Started on E, starting on the 5th string, 7th fret, and I'm playing a 1, 3, 4, moving up to the 4th string, playing 1, 3, 4, starting on the 7th fret. And when I say 1, 3, 4, I'm basing it on a chromatic scale to clear up any confusion. So if I was going to play the 2 would be right there. The 3 is going to be just right there, and the 4th finger is there because you're not using your 2nd finger. If I say 1, 2, 1, 2, it's right next to it, your 1st finger. 1, 3, 9. So 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 3. I know it's a little rushed the way I'm explaining it. So it's 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4. I'm going to show you these scales too. I'm going to go right in order. But you can play that. See, right in that G major. I can also use a Dorian mode, okay? Because stretching it a little bit, but not very much, because the Dorian mode, E-Dorian mode, is very similar to a blues scale. Oh, okay? It is. It's just, it looks like this. You can use that Dorian mode. You don't want to go the Lydian or Locrian. Although Locrian's very minorish, that would really sound a little out there. But you can use the Dorian, because the Dorian mode is just, I think there's one difference between the natural minor in E and the Dorian mode. I think there's just one difference of a note. So once again, I'm in G, or any song you want to play. Yeah, you can play that in G pentatonic too. I'm going to get to that. But if you wanted to play a G, you can play that Dorian mode. I just went over a video where we talk about the Dorian mode. So okay, still in the key of G. Now I can play that pentatonic in the key of G. The G pentatonic or the G blues scale. Right there in the extension. When I'm playing the G blues scale or the G pentatonic, right here, starting on 6th string 3rd fret, and sliding up from the 5th to the 7th frets on the 3rd string, getting into the extension, which is the mini 5-note scale, mini 5-note blues scale. Sounds good. Or if I'm in G, I can go to the blues scale in E. Okay? Also, if I'm in G, I can use a G natural minor. Just like the E natural minor, which is there, but I'm starting right here. Well, the E natural minor and the G natural minor, I can use those in G major. The songs that start in G major. All right, let me show you what these scales look like. The pentatonic starting on the 12th fret. Okay. I've covered these before in my previous videos. That's how you play that. Most of you are going to be familiar with this. Perhaps some of you are coming across this for the first time. All right, and check out some of my videos, how to make a blues scale, and then I'll explain to you. I made this video to answer a couple of players who were curious about using the Dorian scale again, E-Dorian scale in particular. And then the next scale, there's E natural minor. Okay, this is one way of playing an E natural minor right there. I'm going to go over that one with you because that might be a little different. I'm starting on the 7th fret. 5th string, playing 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 4, 1, 3, 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4. That would work again. This is E, and also for the G natural minor, which is the last scale that I went over. You're just keeping that same pattern for the E natural minor or the G natural minor, but you're starting on the, different frets. Okay? On the G natural minor, I'm starting on the 10th fret, 5th string, and using the pattern. We're out of room here, so I had to write the fingering right there. This is really not difficult. If you're having troubles with it, I understand. I did too, but it's not different. Don't overthink it. Don't overcomplicate it. Just start on those notes. Okay? Play these scales. We know the pentatonic, the basic pentatonic. We know the ones with the blues scale. The Dorian mode, that's a little different. That's 12th, 14th, 15th frets on the 1st string. Go to the 5th string, play the 12th and 14th frets with your 1st and 3rd finger. Before I played 1, 3, 4, 1, 3. Now I'm going to the 11th fret. I'm kind of going outside the box on the 4th string, and I'm playing 1, 2, 4. First, second, and fourth fingers. Exact same thing on the 3rd string. Exact same way to play it that I played it on the 4th string. 11, 12, 14 frets. Then I'm back to that 12th fret, playing the 1, 3, 4, ending on the E. So I could play the G here, to a C, to a D. Dorian. Modes, we talk about parallel and relative. Well, this in this particular case is E Dorian. I'm just starting on the E, okay? So usually on a Dorian, if I'm in E, they want you to start, you know, on F sharp. But this was going to work this way. So try not to get overwhelmed with this stuff. It's revolving around the pentatonic scales with the blues scales and the natural minor scales and that Dorian. 5 different scales that you can play over songs that start in G, okay? I hope that's helpful. I hope it answers some of the questions that some of you asked me. If you need any more clarification, please respond. I'll get back to you. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. Keep playing and have fun.